guys, Lauren here, and today we're going to talk about angles, what you should use, what you shouldn't use, and what they're used for. So let's start. Number one is a flat lay. So a flat lay is what you're seeing a lot of people using for food and products, and that is for a reason. Now, you don't want to use it for everything. You want to make sure it is the hero's pose of that food, which means the best looking pose. You're going to use this on food that's actually flat. If you have a pie, top down. If you have something like a graham crackers, maybe with some chocolate on top, top down. Now, if you had a tall, beautiful pile of food, you're not going to do a top-down view. You're going to do a side angle. So that's what flat lays are used for. Number two is a top-down view. Now, a flat lay is technically just a variation on a top-down view. It's just extreme. Another top-down view would be when you see people doing selfies. You see that angle of the beautiful chin. It makes everything look beautiful. I use it also with food and other things. So the downside to those is that they're used psychologically to make people seem a little bit meeker, a little bit smaller. Not always. You can overcome that depending on the personality you're putting in there. But this is something they have been used for to convey certain emotions. Okay, a level view. A level view is what you're seeing with me right now. That's when you're just straight on. And this could be what a lot of people use when they're like photographing their friend's party. Not a professional, just a friend photographing their friend's party. That's a straight on view. A lot of people do that with landscapes. Another way you can use that is when you're shooting food products and whatnot. If something is a beautiful stacked object, I will go level with it because I want to see like every little bit of detail in that piece, in that dish. So that's one way to use them. Okay, a low angle. So low angles generally you want to be pretty specific with, because if you're doing something like a selfie from a low angle, it generally will look terrible. Not saying it always will, but generally it will look terrible. Now, a low angle sometimes conveys power depending on how you're using it, because it makes a person look bigger, much like the top down makes you look smaller, like you're looking up for help. The lower angle, you've seen sometimes where the person's shoe is closest to the camera and then they're coming away from it. That's a power stance. So it can be used for that, but be careful because the angle a lot of times is not flattering unless you know what you're doing or how to edit it to make it look better. Okay, the last thing we're going to talk about is rotating things a little bit. So for example, if you're shooting a shoe and you're shooting it completely sideways, you're level with it, you're straight on and whatnot, unless you're planning on doing something specific with it, that can be kind of a boring shot. So rotate it a little bit. Get a little bit of the tip of the shoe in and the side, kind of drawing away from the camera. That makes it look much more interesting to your audience. So that's it for angles today. We can go into a lot more detail, but I'm trying to make this quick and easy for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.